Now you can see that wasn't hard to set up, but we are dealing with mobile devices more and more, and especially with this kind of feature. So we do want to add into our script a little bit of error handling. Now, since I'm showing this to you on a browser, we won't be able to test this too much, but I can show you what it looks like when it's set up. So let's go back over to our document. When we originally called the function getCurrentPosition, we told it to call the showPosition function and give it the position value. In addition, we can also have it call another function in case of any errors. So let me put another function up here after showPosition, and I'll call that function positionError. And of course, we need to define the positionError function. So let me just make a little space below our getPosition function, and let's add in a function keyword, and the name of our function is positionError. And like our showPosition function, this is going to be passed a value as well. It'll be passed a value that represents the error or error codes. So I'm going to name that variable error. Set up some grouping braces for our function. And if we simply wanted to alert our user to any possible error that could have happened in getting their location, we could just use this function to put up an alert box. I'll put up a generic message that says, "Sorry, we could not acquire your location. Please try again later." That way, our user won't be sitting there waiting for the map to show up and staring at an empty screen. The geolocations function, like a lot of other JavaScript elements, have a lot more detailed data that's available when errors occur. Remember, we pulled in an error value with the function when it was called. So we can make use of that to actually find out what kind of error occurred. It's always a good idea to let your user know when something's gone wrong. And if we have more information about what's gone wrong, perhaps we can help them remedy it. If we want to include more information in our alert, the first thing we need to do is take a look at the error data that came in with our function call. Let me add a line here at the top, and I'll write a quick if statement. What we'll do is we'll check if a specific type of error occurred. I'll start off with my error variable, and I can use the .code parameter to check our value of our error against any known errors that have occurred. I'll use two equal signs since I'm doing a comparison, and the first one I could try for is error.timeout. Notice it's all in capital letters. That specific error code tells me that usually there was some kind of network problem. So I'll add some grouping braces for my if statement, and I'll include the alert inside of it. And of course, since we know what kind of error occurred, we can put a better alert message up. In this case, we'll let the user know that there was a network problem. We can check for a few of these other specific codes. For instance, there's a code for position unavailable. Let me copy the if statement that I've made here and paste it in again, and we'll try it for that new variable, error.position_unavailable. Again, notice it's all in caps, and this particular error usually tells us that a device like a GPS isn't working. So we can change the message again. I'll just say it's a GPS problem. There's also another code for permission denied. I'll add in my if statement again, and we'll set up our error code for that. Generally, that error will occur if either the user or a browser setting is not allowing the location data to be shared. And again, I'll update the message to say that there was a sharing problem. The last error code lets us handle any other codes with a big unknown code variable name. So let's just add this in one more time and count for that. We'll change the code to unknown error, and we'll use that to handle pretty much everything else. Once again, it's up to you how much error handling you want to do with your particular application.